Hi everybody, I'm here reporting on the international friendly last night in Holland where Scotland lost 4-0 to Holland. As you can hear, I've got a cold. I've had it for a week, so my voice is a bit hoarse to say the least. So I'll try and give this as good a go as I can and keep going for as long as I can. As regular viewers will know, there's only two teams I support: Rangers and the Scottish international team. And in the case of the international team, I've been going to watch them at Hampden for 60 years now, just over 60 years. And this is the first time in all that time I can actually say, after a big defeat, that I've come away more optimistic than ever about the team's future. With the Euros in mind in June, I really think we can get out of the group for the first time ever. About 6 months ago, I put a tenner on England to actually win the Euros. I'm so confident they'll win the Euros. So if they do, I'll make a profit of 40 quid. But having seen last night's defeat in Amsterdam, I think I'll be looking nearer the time to put a bet on the Scottish team to get out of the group at least, and maybe to win a couple of the group games. Because despite the 4-0 scoreline, it just shows you statistics can sometimes lie. Because for about 70 minutes we equalled them. In fact, we might have been the better team in that game up until the second goal went in 20 minutes from the end. In the first half, certainly we looked the better team. We made a few chances. They scored with a wonder goal, a 25-yarder. The goalkeeper's never going to stop. The only criticism you could have made would be that maybe Billy Gilmour could have closed down the guy who had a free shot at goal from 25 yards. But that apart, there was no stopping it. In the meantime, their goalkeeper had a great save from a Christie header. We had a good few attacks where we looked dangerous. We looked as if we could score, and it all just fell away at the last minute. But we were looking good when they scored that opening goal. And then second half, I think we had even more chances to score, to equalise first of all before they killed us off in the 70th minute, I think it was. But all in all, we played well. It was a kind of experimental team in that we had Shankland up front with McGinn and Christie slightly behind him, playing off him, midfielders as well. We had three at the back, which is the normal situation. We had the two wing backs, Patterson and Robertson, and the two midfielders in between them, McTominay and Billy Gilmour. So with good experience, guys who've been playing well in their domestic leagues, guys who've played well for us in the past. So it was a decent enough team. I wouldn't be horrified if that team actually won. Played against Germany in the opening game of the Euros, although I can't see it happening. Hopefully by that time the likes of Callum McGregor would be back fit and in the team. So anyhow, it was a decent enough team. We're playing a good team. They're not, they're in top pots and draws for championships, but they're not one of the exclusive, really top teams. They've got better players than us. They're a better team than us. They were playing at home, so I don't think anybody really expected us to do anything other than maybe give a decent display and have a narrow defeat. So 4-0 on paper looks bad, but actually the third and fourth goals came in the 84th minute, I think it was, onwards. So that was a disappointment that we gave away a couple of sloppy goals, the third and the fourth, to make the defeat look worse than it actually was, because we did play well. I mean, we pressed them high up the park. They made a couple of mistakes for us doing that, and in one of them, Shankland threw on goal, should have scored. Does it every week again for Hearts, and he chipped it and it hit the top of the bar and passed. So that was a bad miss. McTominay missed with an easy header from a few yards out, unchallenged. McGinn brought a good save from the goalkeeper at one point. So we had chances, we looked good, we passed it well, we got stuck in, we were adventurous, we weren't sitting back, soaking up pressure. So it was a good display despite the 4-0 scoreline. It was nowhere near a 4-0. I think, having read the stuff online since then, the Dutch papers weren't pleased with their team's performance. They praised us, so did their manager, Ronald Koeman. He thought we played well and were unlucky. And at worst, we should have scored a couple of goals. There's no way it should have been a 4-goal defeat. So anyhow, I'm pleased with that. I'm more optimistic about the Euros in June. We should be able to come out of that group. Germany is obviously the best team, but being the host country, playing in the opening game and having had a couple of tournaments recently where they've been really deplorable, not German standards, they're under real pressure. So if you're going to play Germany, the first game in the tournament is the time to play them, because they'll really be nervous. And if we can either hold them to a goalless draw until half time, they'll get even more nervous because the pressure's all on them. Nobody expects us to do anything, but I think we can, because it's not the German teams of old. They're not the same standard, they're not the same threat, they've not done well in the last 2 big tournaments. So I can see us getting a draw out of that, and we should be able to beat the likes of Hungary and Switzerland if on a good day, if our guys are fit and turn up. So despite a 4-0 defeat, I'm looking forward to the Euros in June. More to the point, I'm looking forward to Tuesday, because I'll be at Hampden as usual to see us taking on Northern Ireland, and expect to win that game no matter who the team is, by maybe 2 or 3 goals. I'm sure Clark will change around some of the players, give starts maybe to some less frequently used players, and see how they do. There's no pressure. It's at Hampden. It's not even a full house as far as I know, because my debenture seat has been changed to one in the lower main stand instead of the upper, so that's always a sign that they haven't sold all the tickets. So I'm looking forward to it nevertheless. The more goals the better. It's a team we should beat, Northern Ireland. I think I might even take more out of last night's defeat than a win against Northern Ireland, because we're against classier opposition away from home. So no matter what happens, I'm looking forward to the Euros. I think we've got a good team, we've got a decent manager. As long as all the players can manage to go there fit, and maybe with a bit of form behind them, a bit of success domestically, I think we can actually qualify for the knockout stages for the first time in our history, and that's saying something. And our history goes back further than my attendance, but I've been going for over 60 years, so what a treat that would be if we could actually get out of the groups, especially if I put some money on them to do just that. So here's hoping. I'll report back on Wednesday after the Northern Ireland game, hopefully in a more optimistic mood than I am even now.